Hey everybody, welcome back. We are watching Fear the Walking Dead. We are on Season 4, Episode 3. The name of this episode is Good Out Here. So I imagine that's something to do with the vultures since they're outside the baseball diamond. I'm not going to bother recapping because I just did that. So we're moving on. I've wiped off that batch of Italian seasoning, ready to get more Italian seasoning on me. Alright. Chopping down and burning everything. We had, at my house, when I was growing up, elementary age growing up, we had a garden that was about a quarter of an acre big, and Mom had the main stuff for the house, and then each of us kids, so my brother, sister, and I, each had a spot in the garden to grow whatever we wanted. I think I had two things. I think the two things were Indian corn and cucumbers. I know the Indian corn for sure because I never got a good batch. I always got silkworms. And I remember that each of our little sections were sectioned out. We had marigolds outlining each garden because marigolds are a natural repellent for some bugs. I forget exactly which ones, but so we had that. Plus, we often had a foster kid that stayed with us, at least one, if not two. I remember there's a brother and a sister we had at one point, and so they would have their section in the garden as well. So it's a big garden. It had a small corner that was the compost corner. So all of our scraps from food and all that kind of stuff would go in the compost and all that kind of stuff. Mom threw pumpkin seeds in the compost one time, I think by accident, I can't remember, or it was a rotten pumpkin or something. But the next year we had pumpkins grow out of the compost, and one of the pumpkins was so big it made 27 pumpkin pies. The three of us kids rolled the pumpkin up the backyard, which was kind of a steep hill from what I remember. I was little, so, but we rolled it up the backyard to get it up to the house. But I forgot why I started going into all that. So in us growing our garden, I never remember weevils. I remember silkworms being a problem, and of course you get potato bugs and stuff like that, but I don't remember weevils. So, unless we had a different name for them. And that might be.
You have something I want. Your story. And I have something you want.
Here we go. Can't keep one nice vehicle. The interesting thing is Maddie's not with him.
What are you reading?
The Art of Peace.
Are you worried? I'm just gonna... I'm not worried.
Can't say I haven't missed it.
I got a protein bar.
Peanut butter?
Do you like peanut butter?
I like that little nod. Not a truck. That's who they're looking for. What'd he bust loose? Next, going into clear mode. I can kind of still hear the horn. There's bluebells.
Pretty, slim pickings lets you know where to look.
He kind of looks familiar. I can't quite place him.
Wherever I go, I try to look for something good.
I think of trainings that way. Always try to find something good. Especially the ones we have to have, and we've had them for 100 hours. Hope that's just his chin. Yep. Okay. Oh, the horn did stop, didn't it?
That horn's calling all the walkers out of these woods.
Still going.
Deal.
The horn's starting to give me a migraine. Smart plan. Is it in neutral? That one? Got to keep the momentum to get it up that hill though. And it's on a curve, so physics-wise, this really doesn't work. Unless they were to get a pulley system, then it would work. I have some of those down in the basement from my Jeeping days. Must not have died since they didn't show it. Is that bodies? Even with my glasses, it looks like two logs. Reminds me of the scene in Hannibal.
Then I met someone.
Cheesemaker.
Man didn't have to help me, but he did.
She's got a lot of stories. Okay, you could tell that was silk. That must be why they won't go into focus on them.
Blue bonnets.
Blue bonnets, okay. I'm guessing Maddie's dead since she's not with them and he's having these memories of her. So they've killed Nick. I really do not like the way he was killed off. It just didn't seem to honor him at all. And I feel part of the reason why I'm saying that is because there's also not closure. There's still tons of questions. There's still story with him. So is he killed off, but yet we're going to see him on all these flashbacks? Just did not like the way they did that. And Charlie would have recognized him even with his head down. She would have recognized him. So that doesn't make sense on her shooting him. And I still don't know what it is that Morgan saw off to the side. It looked like a log. A log with something on it. It didn't look like bodies, but I'm guessing that's what it was. Just based on his reaction. Trying to get all the cat hair out of my eyes. So, I even had my glasses on, so it wasn't in focus, whatever it was they were looking at. I recognized a car from a truck, so you guys know I'm not that blind with these on. I think I would have recognized that with it off. The laptop's kind of at a good distance, I just can't read letters. That's all. I can read the letters on this shirt, but I can't read the menu stuff. So, I'm not that blind. So that's bothering me. I didn't like the way they killed off Nick. I'm assuming Maddie's dead because we don't see her with Nick at all. The gunshot I originally thought was them doing the gunshot for the guy that Nick killed. And then they show Nick bringing the blood up. So that's why I didn't react right away. And then I was just pissed at them killing him off. I realized as soon as I saw the blood in the mouth that he was going to be dead. So I realized at that point that he was dead. But, welcome back. She had a potty break. And say, I don't let anybody around me so my ears don't stay clean enough. So I do head shaking. No, you can't. These aren't food. I've got a crazy cat. I think I've told you guys she's got dementia. Are you good? I liked the episode up until the end. Nick's rage, they must have done something horrible. I'm assuming it's killed Maddie, but they still haven't explained it yet. So that's part of the unclosure. They're still showing flashbacks with him in it. Why introduce him to the art of peace and have him start to read it if you're not going to look into it. And it's not like they did that on this series before. You know, the other series, it was the cheesemaker Morgan, and then Brandon, what was his name? Henry's older brother, Benjamin, and then Henry. And all of those had different turnouts. And with the history that Nick had, the ups and downs that Nick had, you know, why introduce it and then kill it off? I just didn't like it. Didn't like it one bit. I liked it up until they found I can't think of the name of the car. The blue car, though. It's not a Pinto, right? It's something else. I liked it right up until that point. And then the way they killed off Nick just sucked. It was a stupid way to kill him off. They could have done so much better. I guess we'll have to go ahead on to episode 4 and see what it holds in store for us. See if I'm going to stay pissed off or not. We will see. Thanks for joining me. Bye.